Okay, this is the video on how to swap out the new style air pump for the old style air pump. You will need these following tools: a 3/16 Allen wrench, a 1/8 Allen wrench, a 9/16 wrench, a crescent wrench, another 9/16 socket, and a pair of cutters. The first thing I'm going to do is cut this zip tie that holds this onto the bracket. Next, we will put the wrench on right here, scoot it to an edge. We're going to rotate it up. Then we'll spin this around. Then we'll put the wrench back on. To take this elbow off. Next, you'll take your socket and your wrench right here. Loosen both these nuts. And we'll take off the filter. And then we'll just remove this, the old air pump. Now we need to take the coupler off the air pump. Take your wrench and your 3/16 Allen wrench. Put the wrench in here to hold it. Then loosen up the screws. And the motor coupler comes off. This is the new air pump. You'll line up the 3 holes with these 3. And tighten them all back down. Next, we will take off the support bracket for the plumbing. Take your 9/16 wrench. Keep all your pieces. we're done with the old air pump. Now we're going to put the bracket on the new one. Okay, now we're going to slide the new air pump coupler in there. If the holes don't line up perfectly like this motor coupler needs to be turned back. So you will take the 1/8 Allen wrench, loosen this motor coupler here, and slide it up, and once it's in position, then tighten it back down. Now we will take this old bolts, their lock washer and nut, and we'll grab our 9/16 wrench. Tighten the bolts down. Next, we will screw on the elbow. Once it starts to turn, that bushing, you can stop, leave it up in the upright position. Then we will screw on be sure when you do this the threads are right. It's very easy to cross thread once you get it started. Once it gets nice and tight, then it will rotate down into this position. The bracket right here, if it doesn't line up perfectly, we can move it out a little bit. Okay, everything's good. You will then take one of these zip ties. You will then take one of these zip ties that are supplied with the kit, put it through the hole, push the plumbing down snug. Then cut the end off, and it is good to go. If there's a little bit of play right here, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and snug this up just a little bit more. It's good to go. And the last thing we do is screw the filter on. You can turn it out a little bit. You screw it on till it's tight, and then you can push it back in so it lines up with the base.